Dan Larson here, and I'm at the photo booth doing a little house cleaning. I've got a bunch of figures that I picked up recently, and, you know, one or two things. Based on our schedule, it's either unlikely that we're going to get to these anytime soon, or they're really old, or I just don't have that much to say about them. For instance, we'll go ahead and start here with Marvel Legends Red Skull Wave. She's brand new. Mockingbird. Really nice figure. Pretty sure this is a whole brand new mold. She's got Daredevil's batons there. I like the head. A lot of people haven't been caring for this head. Her glasses do come off. My eyes are painted. You can't see that in focus. Relatively straight. I think it's a decent figure, other than, you know, you can't really do much with her head. But otherwise, Marvel Legends have been doing some really nice female figures. The only real problem with mine is that she's got a pretty messed up ankle here. You probably can't see that, where it's it just doesn't line up right, and she has trouble standing. But, you know, hey, they're action figures, that stuff's going to happen. But overall, I do like this figure. I would definitely recommend picking her up as a nice Mockingbird figure for your collection. Otherwise, we've got, you know, some of these other female figures over here. We've got the Sharon Carter from the same Captain America Red Skull Wave. She's just a repaint. Obviously, she's a repaint of Black Widow. She's a repaint of Maria Hill. Not a straight, you know, 100% repaint, obviously. There are some different pieces. The abdomen pieces here are different. The upper torso pieces are different. But otherwise, you know, waist down, same figure. Waist down, same figure. Same gun belt, same accessories in that respect. Same arms. I mean, Black Widow does have her Widow bracelets, whatever they're called. And then she's got different hands. I wish both Maria Hill and Sharon Carter had come with switchable hands, especially alternate hands, especially on this left. The fist is nice, but it'd be nice if you could put her with a open or relaxed hand of some sort. As far as getting, you know, any kind of Sharon Carter figure, I'm glad we do have this one. It's nice to see that outfit in white. I think it looks good. I think they're nice figures, but I wouldn't blame anybody for not picking those up. I do like the likeness on Maria Hill. I've definitely seen some people giving it some grief, but overall, I think it's good for what it is. She, of course, came in the 3-pack with Nick Fury and Agent Coulson. Agent Coulson, really awesome figure. Obviously, neck down. We've seen him before, just the suit and tie sort of thing. But what else are you going to do with him? It works fine. Two really nice heads. I think the sunglasses off head is a pretty good likeness. You're never going to be able to see that in focus. It's a pretty good likeness. But I do prefer the sunglasses on head. I mean, it looks like a Men in Black guy, but, you know, so what? He's got the destroyer gun. I'm really glad they made him, and definitely recommend picking him up if you have the opportunity. Nick Fury, on the other hand, tired of this mold, tired of this coat, tired of this figure. He's been used for Nick Fury before. Obviously, he's been used as Red Skull. I didn't buy this Red Skull new. I couldn't justify giving him the money, considering how much I do not like this mold with these hips and these shoulders, and the way the coat and the shoulder straps prevent his arms from going down. It's okay if you pose him, you know, with his hands up. There's a Punisher around here somewhere that's wearing the exact same thing. Of course, you've seen it. You probably have it. And he looks okay if you pose him, you know, hands up with two guns in his hands. But if you're doing anything other than that, it's really no good. And I really wish we could get a decent, you know, this head is great. This Sam Jackson Nick Fury head is fantastic. I love it. I just wish we could get him on a better mold. This mold is so old. It's so dated at this point. We really need to see something different. And the fact that they just keep using it and keep trying to push it out and sell us the same figure. I'm all set, Hasbro. In the back here, we've got Batman, the new Mattel Batman vs. Superman armored Batman batsuit thing. I'm going to be honest, I did not want to buy this. I saw some people posting pictures online, and I was like, ugh, it kind of almost looks okay in certain light. But then when I saw them on the shelves, I grabbed the Wonder Woman, and then I was like, great, I've got one of the Build-A-Figure pieces. I wouldn't mind collecting the whole stupid grapnel gun thing. So, of course, he comes with this piece. I don't know what this piece does just yet, but it's going to be real hard to put that gun together because I don't want to buy the Superman figure, and I don't want to buy, well, I don't know. We'll see what the other... I think those are the only 3 pieces that have the grapnel gun collect and connect pieces so far. Just... Oh, I didn't want to buy the regular Batman, the Ben Affleck Batman figure, the non-armored one, because I think it looks like garbage. I don't like the suit, I don't like the face, I don't like the paint treatments. This is generally okay. I'm not crazy about the color of the armor. And, you know, it's too bad for Hasbro, Mattel, and everybody, because when you pick plastic capes, I'm going to wish that you went cloth, and when you pick cloth capes, I'm going to wish that he went plastic. And this is a case where I really wish they'd have gone cloth cape on that. To the extent that I'm going to have to cut this off and put my own cloth cape on here. It just doesn't feel, it doesn't look right. It's weird to me, and it limits posability by a factor of a lot. No ankle rockers is a bad move here. Surprised to see that they put any kind of ab crunch on him, but it doesn't really go forward, it goes back, and of course with the plastic cape, you can't do anything with that. So, nice job at being terrible, Mattel. In the back here we've got Wasp. Obviously she's from Ant-Man a while back, she's been on the shelf for a while. I managed to find her on super duper clearance, and I was like, well, at that price, how can I say no? But never really cared for this suit, although I guess of all the Wasp suits, it's not the worst. It's not bad, but I'm actually pretty pleased with this figure. I'm glad I picked it up. It was the right price. The wings are super nice. I didn't realize there was 2 sets of wings here, and that they are as articulated as they are. Nice face. I got one with pretty good eyes. I do wish she matched the tiny little Wasp. I think they did another one that had this suit on it. I'm not sure, but either way, I like it. It's a decent figure. Didn't like it at 20 bucks, but I managed to find it for 10, so I figured that with the Build-A-Figure piece was a pretty good deal. In the back here also, we've got Sentry, obviously another old figure. Another one that I just couldn't bring myself to pay, regular retail price for. I absolutely hate this cape treatment. Definitely another figure that would have benefited from a cloth cape instead of this just awful peg and peg hole snap to his back thing. I hate it. I mean, obviously this part on his neck is supposed to be part of the cape as well, but it's just I really don't like that treatment of the whole thing. As a figure, whatever. It's what it needs to be. The belt, the costume. I've seen some people do some different hands on this figure, which I dream someday that I'll be a customizer and can do even simple tasks like that, but for now I just don't have the time or the means. I like the head sculpt, but I don't like that it limits the up and down as much as it does, because there's really not much you can do in terms of posability, but I'm glad they made it. It's better than the old super articulated one with the bearded head and everything. As a character, I don't know, I didn't really read the comics that much when he was in there, so I'm not really going to speak to that. We got another older figure, Ultimate Beetle, Marvel Legends. He's one that also I didn't really care for when he came out, don't care for the suit, or didn't care for the suit, and so I didn't really feel like I needed the figure, until it sort of struck me that I liked him better as a Sentai, like a Power Rangers sort of either hero or villain, or one of those like Green Ranger, White Ranger, sort of in the middle kinds of characters. Take those wings off, put a katana in his hand, and I was like, hey, he basically looks like, Masked Rider, Kamen Rider, and Ultraman, had a baby, and all of a sudden, I really, really like it now. So, as an action figure, I think it's actually very, very cool, with or without the wings, but as far as it being Beetle, I don't care. So, on my shelf, he has the sword, and he's gonna fight all the Power Rangers characters. Over here, last up, we've got Combiner Wars, Wheeljack, and Hound. I do like the Combiner Wars line, even though I don't have a lot of them. I did pick up the Cyclonus Galvatronus core piece, and I think I've got enough extra limbs at this point that I could put together another. I have all of Superion, and he's pretty much the only one I've got the complete Gestalt, whatever they call it, the whole daggone combined robot. But I like that they're doing all the Autobots, and you know what? I like them as simple, relatively inexpensive Transformers. Obviously, nobody likes the hollowness of all these parts. There are divided opinions on the reused nature of the molds. Obviously, this is the same mold that Sunstreaker was, and Sunstreaker was the same mold that other guy was, whose name I can't remember right now. And they're getting a lot of mileage out of some of these things, but that's helping keep the price down, And you don't have to buy them all. I mean, if you're that guy, if you're that collector, you want to be the completist, it's not so expensive that you can't get them all. You're going to have all the combined robots as well. Hound I liked, although I do realize that this is also the same mold for the Combaticon. I can't remember his name. Runamuck? Is it Runamuck? Whoever it is. Sorry, I'm not a hardcore Transformers guy. I know my Marvel, I know my Star Wars, but when it comes to Transformers, I do have to sort of refresh, especially when you get outside the core G1 characters. But this mold's okay. It doesn't, as a Jeep, it doesn't really look that much like Hound. It's a military Jeep, so I guess it does look like Hound, but it's good enough, and I will definitely be picking up Skylinks when it hits my area to use Wheeljack and Hound and probably Sunstreaker, and I've also got Mirage and Prowl, and I'll have enough limbs to put on it. Their hands and feet might not match, but, you know, so what? What are you going to do? Anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to give this video a like. Let me know in the comments below what you've picked up recently. If you're all in on Combiner Wars, if you're just, you know, picking here and there like I am, don't forget to subscribe, and, hey, later.